Hi, and welcome back to the art tour. As a lot of you might know, I lost a really important part of my life last a couple of weeks ago when my Amazon, who I've known my entire life, died, Beauregard. And so this painting is pretty close to all of the colors that Bori had, and it's inspired by him in a way that I think a lot of my art is, just because the colors that I am drawn to are often his colors. And I've known him my entire life, and he was kind of like a constant. It was like having a constant friend, someone who would always be interested in talking to me, or it was just an incredible thing to have him in my life. So I think, of course, because he was so beautiful, and because I've been looking at him, for 46 years, of course, his colors are kind of like important to me, you know what I mean? Anyway, so this is a little tribute to Bori, although I realize that there are so many paintings that I could show that have some of his spirit in it, and I'm probably gonna show those until I get it out of my system. But anyway, this one is called Bird and Frog, and as you can see, there's a bird here with emerald green feathers. This color blue was on Bori's head, and he had this yellow color here. He was a yellow front in Amazon, and he also had yellow on his shoulders and in his tail feathers. And the greens, he had a few different colors of greens going on all the time, and the gray color here is the gray that was around his eye, and the eye of the bird is the same color as Bori's eye. And so Bird and Frog is really mostly about the greens and the emerald green and mixed with the leaf green, and the smell of spring when the ground starts to get warm, and the amphibians are awake, and it's just, I tried to capture the smell that you'd find if you were near like a wetland in the springtime when it's starting to get warm, and kind of around my birthday. So anyway, I am making some more art now that is like, I'm making a collage, and I'm writing a poem about my future, because I really feel like this death has been like, it's really changed me. And so, I mean, it hasn't been that long. He died 2 weeks, or he was buried 2 weeks ago. He died on the 9th of February, and we buried him on the following Monday. My sister came over on the Friday, and we wrapped up his body with some blankets from his cage and some printed material that I printed myself with birds on it, and some nice red material that she gave me one time. And my brother-in-law John dug the grave on the Saturday, and then we all went out to the apple orchard that belongs to our friends Jesse and Wayne, and we buried him on Monday, and it was a really nice ceremony, and it was really the perfect place for him to be buried. I can't believe that my brother-in-law dug a grave in February, like the ground was still frozen, so that was probably a very big ordeal. Anyway, I'm working on some art. I guess it's a tribute, but it's also kind of looking forward and seeing myself in a new way. I have a lot of feathers from him, which is a very interesting thing to have because they feel really sacred now. I think birds, they've shed feathers pretty profusely. Like Bori, I have a lot of feathers from him. Every time I found a feather on the ground, I would pick it up and put it in a special place because I couldn't possibly throw them away or anything. So I've got an accumulation of a lot of feathers from him. So I'm going to make some nice tributes. It's funny how much of a person he feels like he was. Like he has a very big presence. And also it's funny how much I identify with him. And like before he died, on the weekend before he died, I had a dream that I had a medical procedure done to remove the old parts of myself. And then the doctor gave me back all the old parts of myself, but it was actually a complete copy of my body, which I had to then bury. And that was about a week before Bori was buried. So I feel like, but at the same time, I feel like he's not really gone, and that there are, some things that I can do, that I should do to commemorate him. And so I'm going to be doing that. But it's nice to have his colors around, It's nice to have things around that remind me of him. And luckily, when I look around my house, it's like it looks like it's dedicated to him, which is so weird because I didn't really completely clue into that until my sister came over the day after he died to have some tea, and she looked around and she said, "Oh my God, he's everywhere." And it's true. He's everywhere here. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this tribute to this, or from this painting. And I guess I just can't stop talking about him, but yeah, I think that's natural. I'll probably do a few more videos about art that is a reflection of him, and until I get it out of my system. And I have other art that I'm doing now that is kind of a tribute to him, and it kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to do now. Things. Anyway, I don't feel like he's gone. I feel like he's still here, and I loved him so much. And I hope that you guys have a great night, and thanks for watching this video.